All right, what up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of Off the Bases Podcast with your boy June from Off the Top Sports. I got my man Jay in
What's
here.
going on, man?
We here to talk some baseball. So, tune in. Want to thank also Sand Sports Network for having us tonight. So, let me show y'all what we got going on. Hold on. Instrumentals.
Derek having a whole argument by himself. He ain't let nobody else talk.
It's not. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to. I'm not gonna never. Are you nuts?
Yo, go ahead, bro.
I would not replace him. What's up, world? What's up? Welcome to Off the Bases Podcast, brought to you by Off the Top Sports Radio and Sand Sports.
I feel like we might not have to stop. We might have to talk. I didn't believe it. So I say that to say, as funny as it is,
Once you don't fix that shit, it should be good.
Oh, hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'll be right back. I gotta get my cologne of the week.
How do you think playing around back then? How everybody split it out?
I feel like a lot of linebackers nowadays.
In terms of okay, for example, in this series with the Dallas Mavericks, most of the players they're not extra tall guys.
They support you, and then one day, all of a sudden, after this, it's like, oh, I'm not happy with you.
Yes, y'all. That intro, we just introduced that intro today, man. Shout out to my man BJ, man. That's all. That's the network, man. The Sand Sports Network, man. All the shows we have going on Sand Sports. So, man, all week we had the lineup. Just check us out, man. It's getting bigger and better by the week. So definitely check us out on the Sand Sports.
Hey, man, that relationship show, you need to put me on there, man.
Oh yeah.
Bro, you talking to a divorcee that done seen it? Oh man, I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah. So when that time comes, we'll definitely put you on there, man. We got other shows on the network like that though. But like we always do, man. We talking baseball on Off the Bases Podcast, man, where we on here every other week on Wednesdays from 8:30 to 9:30. Letting the people know what's going on in the in Major League Baseball. And we're gonna start off with what's going on this week in baseball, man. Like, give me one of the things that catch your eye in this week in baseball. Other than your team, because we're gonna get to your team in a minute.
Yo, no, yeah. I'm gonna suppress that. Paul Goldschmidt is still balling.
Raking. What, 3 home runs yesterday and 2
Yeah, he's still playing. Like, bro, I don't know what it is. Cardinals gave him the money. He's like, all right, I'm gonna show y'all what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he spent all that time in Arizona, so I mean, I get it. But man, he is fucking jeez.
Yeah. Let's talk about another Cardinal. Mike Mikolas almost pitching a no-hitter last night.
Oh yeah, almost had him.
Almost had it. It came to the last out and looked like Bader misread the fly ball, and they're about to get rid of this come next year in baseball. That dumb shift. That's why he was out of position, because they had him shifting to the side of the field where they thought the ball was going to land at if he do hit a fly ball. But
you know what? I don't mind the shift though. You know, good hitters beat the shift all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like John Smoltz was talking about Tony Gwynn. You know, John Smoltz is one of the greatest pitchers ever. So he's talking about Tony Gwynn. He's like, there was no shift that we could put on because he'll just hit the ball the other way.
Yeah.
And he'll just make you pay that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then you hear people like Pete Rose talk about, okay, like they would try to shift with him, but he would just adjust the grip on his bat.
Mm-hmm.
He would shorten up his swing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't mind the shift, but, I mean, I also get why some players don't like it, especially being left-handed. I get it, but, you know, we'll see.
Yeah. Another thing that caught my eye this weekend was the Giants, man. Sweeping the Dodgers this weekend.
Mookie Betts isn't playing well.
Yeah, he's not neither. He's definitely not. They need to get that back going because he's the guy top of that lineup that need to get it going. You know what you're gonna get.
But so is Turner. Like Turner's not playing well. Like Turner's not playing well either.
Bellinger.
And that
all of them.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. I told you. Remember, I said it week one. I said, yo, if the Cardinals end up playing the Dodgers in the playoffs, the Cardinals are going to beat them.
Yeah.
Keep it. All right, watch.
And the Cardinals not even fully healthy yet.
They
just getting Jack Flaherty back. You know, he pitched well at his rehab game. So actually,
and I still feel like they're going to make like a splash trade right around All-Star break too, to get them where they need to go.
Yeah, in a couple of weeks, we definitely gonna be talking about that. Teams that need to make trades. Definitely make trades. Yeah. So, that's what caught my eye. You know, the Dodgers getting swept by the Giants, and the Giants right there catching up again. You know, as we move over, talking about the Giants. This guy, you must want to get punched in the face again. He must want to get punched in the face again once you see Tommy Pham again. Like, why, yo? Why?
Hey, man. You know, you got some kids who just are natural trolls, and I feel like that's just his thing. You know, hey, he's just gonna get slapped in the mouth again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. Jeez. Oh man, now you trolling now. So my man showed me this just a few minutes ago. I'm like, oh, Jock Peterson, come on, bro. When you got hit, you got smacked in the mouth and ain't do nothing about it.
And did nothing.
But
I don't know. I guess he felt he owed him that, but
yeah, I find that funny, man. All right, we're looking at the division. The American League, we got the Yankees on top of the AL East. Just winning games after games, dominating. We got the Twins leading the AL Central.
Continue to surprise me.
Yeah,
still.
A lot of people.
I didn't expect that. I thought it'd be the White Sox that will own that division, but they can't seem to put it together. Their hitting is atrocious this year. Makeda can't hit for crap this year.
He finally hit one yesterday. He finally hit one today.
Finally got one. Yeah, I know he finally got, but before that, man, it was tough sledding. Houston, and I hate Houston so much. But they're winning too. I didn't expect them to be as good as they are. I was very pretty much in on the Mariners, and they can't seem to put it together either.
Yeah. So,
but as far as them Yankees, that like I said, I'll suppress that later.
Yeah. I don't see nobody catching them. Texas, they're getting the back going over there too. They're getting the back going, and we're gonna talk about one player that's definitely getting the back going on 18. And actually, a couple of weeks ago, I had him as one of the who's not hot player. Now he's hitting now. So yeah, so we'll definitely talk about him on now. He's who's hot now. You know how you move. Look how you was down a couple of weeks ago. You was on our list of who's not. Now we putting you on the list of who's hot. So
who's my player was what? Patrick Corbin. Yeah, he put together 2 wins since then. His ERA is still 7, but
the first week Joe had Jared Walsh on there, and Jared Walsh ever since been raking. So we'll see, man. We'll see.
Joseph could tell the future.
Yeah, definitely. And now the NL East, you got the Mets still leading 5 games, but I need them to continue winning because they got 2 teams that have been rolling lately, and the Atlanta Braves. I think they do this on purpose every year. Start off slow and just go on a winning streak. Come when the summertime hit, just go on a big winning streak. So it look like they're doing the same thing again, like they did last year.
Some teams they take a minute to pretty much gel and certain pitchers take a certain minute to really get their stuff together.
Yeah.
And that takes a couple games. It may take a month or 2. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
But them Phillies, man, they're playing some defense now. So
since they got rid of my man Girardi.
Yeah.
What's up with Joe, man? What's up with Joe though? Like,
look, certain players respond to certain managers. Not everybody can play for the hard-nosed type of Girardi. You get what I'm saying? Like, especially that team with Bryce Harper on it. Bryce Harper, he's going to freelance as much as he can. But like I said, they also have this. He's on my hot list. What's his name? Reese something.
Oh, Reese Hoskins.
Reese Hoskins. Yeah, man, killing it now. So, and the pitching's finally settled down. They're not giving up 6 runs a game anymore. So, if you can pretty much keep your ERA under about 5, you should be all right. Especially with that type of lineup.
Yeah. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Then you got the Dodgers still leading the NL West, the tight NL West, man. You got the Padres right there, only 1 game back, and you got the Giants, man. That's not far away, and they just getting better. They about to get Brandon Belt back to that lineup. So.
Yeah, man. LA might be in trouble, man.
Yeah,
they gotta figure it out because these teams are not. They're on their heels.
Yeah,
and 2 weeks could go by, you could go from 1st to 3rd place just like that. Especially looking at these records, it's I don't know, man. They gotta figure it. Like I said, Mookie Betts is playing like trash.
Bellinger haven't been hitting all year.
The pitching's giving up a lot of runs now. They thought it was going to be a cakewalk, I guess, but that's baseball for you.
Yeah. So we'll see, man. And they just lost Walker Buehler for a couple of weeks, too.
Yeah, they did lose. Yeah, they lost Buehler for a couple of weeks, and Fernando Tatis is supposed to be coming back for the Padres in about a week or so.
Yeah.
So like, man, I don't know. LA is looking scary.
Yeah, hopefully they turn it up, man. LA. One thing about LA, they're gonna make that move. Get somebody in the trade deadline.
I feel like they probably need to offload somebody. I mean, Syndergaard is no, not Syndergaard. I'm tripping. What's this kid's name? Jeez. Their starter, their ace.
Kershaw.
Yeah, I always get him in Syndergaard and stuff for some reason. Kershaw, man, like I feel like now is the time to just offload him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's older. You know, he finally got the ring he needed. Like it's all right. Now you guys need to get younger.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I was a GM, and I'm pretty sure Joe's probably would agree with me, it's about that time to make that move with him.
Yeah. So, we'll see, man. We'll see how they'll do. All right. Let's look at this, man. The Cy Young watch, right? Let's look at the American League. And it's funny that the two top guys in the American League are going against each other as we speak right now.
Yes,
and,
they are.
Shane with McLaren, and then Nasty Nesta Cortez, who's pitching another gem right now.
Yeah,
nobody's seen this coming.
They took him out the game. He got hit with the ball.
Oh,
well, I'm sorry, they didn't take him out yet. Yeah, okay.
Please don't. How many strikeouts he had?
Oh no, they did take him out.
They did take him out.
It wasn't. The ball wasn't hit. It was thrown. Yeah, the catcher, he wasn't looking, and it like kind of caught him up top. But he's good. He's over on the bench clapping up and chilling. So,
all right, they probably trying to save him. They don't want no interest.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, he's definitely the leader to win that Cy Young in the AL right now. If he could keep this going, for the rest of the course of the season, for the NL. Justin Verlander right there. We can't count him out, especially the season that he having. So
I don't know where he found this fountain of youth at, man, but jeez.
Yeah,
looking real young.
Yeah, very young. So yeah, man. Then you go to the NL side, Joe Musgrove. I was watching a pitch that night.
Lights out.
Yes.
Lights out.
Well, he came for the Pirates. He came for the Pirates organization, right? Oh,
yeah, he did come to the Pirates.
So, Sandy Alcantara. So Alcantara. We talked about him a couple of times on this show. He's another.
Yeah, that's Joseph's man too. Yeah, he's dealing too. As far as Joe Musgrove, I don't know what it is with the Pirates, but it's like once players leave the Pirates organization, they become stars, and it's just like I don't know. Maybe the Pirates are just cursed. I don't know. The Pirates are going to pirate. Yeah. That's pretty much what I can say.
Mm-hmm. Then you got Corbin Burns, who's actually pitching against my Mets right now. I only gave up a home run so far. It's in 1 run tonight. So he's definitely a stud. He started off slow. He started off slow, I must say. But he has picked it up for sure for the Milwaukee Brewers. All right, StatCast. A couple of stats that caught my eye as, as I'm scrolling down to my phone, I always on Twitter or Facebook and looking at stats. And these couple of stats that, caught my eye. Teammates at homer in the same game most times this season. And look who's top of the list. The top 2 teams on the list. And that's why they call themselves the Bronx Bombers. Because that's what they do. They hit home runs. And Judge opened it up with a home run.
Yeah, he opened up. Yeah, and he went opposite field. That boy has just got wicked pop in his. It's just retarded.
Yeah,
that's a strong kid. But Giancarlo Stanton hit a ball against the Cubs that I swear, had it not hit the upper deck sign, that Poland Spring sign, it would have killed somebody. Like, they said that was the fastest exit velocity ever recorded.
Most of his home runs, they go out the park like that, though. He got power with his.
Because he has such a short, compact swing too. It's not like he doesn't have a high leg kick. It's just all upper body, and he's late on most pitches too. He just sees it and just like flails at it, and it just jeez.
Yeah. And to round up, he walked in a run. Oh my God. My bad, yo. I'm watching the Mets game.
No. Yeah, I got the Yankee game on. I'll probably switch to the Mets game.
Oh, it's a we got a relief pitcher on the mound. I thought it was still Peterson. Oh, he walked in around. But on third on the list is Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper. Those two are hitting the ball out the park too a lot nowadays too. So, and it looked like it been happening since wasn't. Watch the Braves and Mets stand. Rod, my man Rod's on the check-in. Roz, he said, watch the Braves and Mets fans. I don't know what you mean about that, Roz, but okay, he a Yankee fan. Definitely a Yankee fan. Another Yankee compadre.
Hey, man, you know.
Yeah. All right, this stat right here, David Bernard. You see, so we was just talking about Bednar. I mean, we was talking about players for the Pittsburgh Pirates, you know, that don't get mentioned a lot. But this guy, I saw this stat right here, lowest opponent average on breaking and off-speed pitches. And this guy is up. Look at the percentage on that. 0.31, man. I find that fascinating. You know,
in today's game where it's mainly about velocity, they want people throwing triple digits and all that.
Yeah.
If you can still throw a good curveball and slider, you're still unhittable.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most elementary thing. It's just like if you could throw a curveball that drops off the table right before it gets, you're unhittable. And if you are hittable, it's a ground ball.
Yeah.
So like, it's mainly about location and movement. I mean, it's good to hit triple digits. Don't get it messed up, but man, look, I've seen people get buckled with a curveball, and they look like they never saw it.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I find that stat more what's saying. Joe always talk about this guy, Ty France. He brought his name up a couple of times on this show. Highest win probability added, by a position player, and Ty France is up there with Manny Machado, who also having a great season right now.
Yes,
but out of all the names,
yeah,
out of all, Jesus.
Yeah, I just saw it.
Yikes. But out of the names out of this list, Ty France is the name that ain't the household name that everybody know about, and Ty France is definitely having a hell of a season, and he should be getting that call. Well, that call for being an all-star this year, because he's definitely having a season.
Definitely like it. Oh wow, that's just horrible fielding.
Yeah, definitely.
He pulled his head up before it got in his glove.
And I feel like he would have made that play 100 times in Cleveland. He would have made that play. I feel like when players get to New York, they just forget how to play I say basketball, baseball, man.
Basketball too.
That too. Don't get me started with that. His guy been on fire too, man. Alvarez, oh man, that's why that team is on top of the AL West again, because he's been part of the main reason why. Alvarez against non-fastballs is just it's hitting the heck out of that ball, man, and he got power. Like today, he started. They was up 6-0, and a blink eye in the first inning against Texas. He started it off with a double, driving 2 runs in.
Yo, Alvarez is a complete player, man.
Yeah.
Like he has the goods. Again, I hate the Astros, but they have some great players, and Yo Alvarez is just he's been good for like the past 3 years.
Yeah.
So it's just like, boy, this is starting to get a little out of hand. Yeah, go talk to him.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Alvarez.
Yeah, my man. Let me turn this off, man.
Yeah. Alvarez, man. Definitely one of the players to watch, man. All right. That's with the MLB StatCast. Let's go move on to the who's hot and who's not. Who list we starting off with first? This is Joe's list.
That's Joe's. Yeah.
And the player that I was talking about earlier for Texas, that's getting hot is Marcus Simeon. You know, he got.
Did he call him last week?
Yes, he did.
He called him last week, didn't he?
He called him. Yeah. Yes, he did. Then he hit a home run.
Typical.
Hit a home run the next day.
Typical.
And he's been on fire ever since, man. And Texas, as you see, is the number 2 team right there, out west, right behind Houston. And they've been playing well. They've been hitting the ball lately, man. They definitely been hitting the ball lately. And he got another Texas player. We ain't gonna announce it yet as one of his 3 players that expect to go off this week. So we'll announce it towards the end of the show who his 3 players are. But Marcus Simeon gave batting average of 433 with 3 home runs, 5 RBIs, 5 runs, and 3 stolen bases. And this the Marcus Simeon we was expecting, you know, to come to Texas, getting paid that big contract, you know, having a good year he had the year before. This is the Marcus Simeon we was expecting to see. And now he's showing up now. His hot team is Atlanta. I was just talking about Atlanta, man. Undefeated in their last 10 games, had won 12 straight overall since July. He meant to say June 14th, as of June 14th, and have cut the Mets lead from first place down to 5, and it's looking like it's going to be 4 tonight. These guys don't get it straight. So Atlanta, man, they like I said, they did this last year. They started off slow last year, but find their way back in there and the things. And you know, they won it all last year. So let's see if they could do it again. I don't know. They have the squad to do it again this year again. They got a couple of guys that can rake the ball.
Man, baseball is like March Madness, man. If you get hot at the right time, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
You can't, you know, like you can have with the Yankees, we have the best possible roster all the time, but we run into the hot teams.
Yeah, and the hot pitching.
So
So okay, so who's not on his list? Mookie Betts. And you mentioned it. The past couple of games, he have no home runs, no RBIs, 0 runs, and look at that batting average. Yikes!
Jesus.
So Mookie Betts is who's not hot player. Then you got Milwaukee, who find a youth tonight, and they are definitely playing.
Yeah, they're about to get a win tonight.
But the last 10 games though, they've been 2-8 in the last 10 games. Lost 3 games. In the standings to St. Louis, the St. Louis team that you mentioned.
But it's St. Louis, like
yeah.
Everybody's losing to St. Louis now. So, but Milwaukee looks like they're getting it back on track. So, they should be all right in the long run.
Yeah. So, those are the teams. Those are the players and teams that we got who's hot and who's not. Let's move on to your list. All right.
Rhys Hoskins. Batting average over the past 7 games. He's 448, 5 home runs and 11 RBIs, man. He's not really missing the ball at all.
Yeah.
And you know, just got Philly climbing that ladder, coming to get the Mets, man. So him and Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber, they're starting the ball now. So I don't know, New York. I might have to gotta be careful. My team, the New York Yankees. I was trying to find another team because I didn't want to seem like I was out here just DRing. Yeah, but it's kind of hard, man. Like, look at this, man. 9-1 over the past 10 games. Point differential of 129 runs on the season. Get like you feel me? Like 129 runs on the season. We're blowing teams out of. So we're on pace to win 125 games at this rate, which will go down as the best season ever by a baseball team. And with 27-7 in the Bronx, probably about to be 28-7 after tonight. My player for not though is Pavin Smith in Arizona. 1 for 22 in the past 7 games, 0.45 batting average, and if I'm not mistaken, he has like 6 strikeouts. I forgot to put that up there. And my team that's not is the Cubs. They're 1-9 the past 10 games. They ran into us, and we just, had bad in practice. Yeah, it just looked like bad in practice.
It was a varsity versus JV out there.
Yeah, it
looked like
it was bad.
Yeah.
And they're being outscored this season by 52 runs, which is not really good. So poor Cubbies.
Yeah. So
who you got?
Oh, I ain't even make a list. I always let y'all make the list. I ain't even make a list, but
no, okay.
I'm trying to think who's my hottest player. I'm not trying to go with a regular name. I'm trying to see somebody off the. Because Goldie, we talked about Goldie too much, and we just keep hitting.
I would still say, honestly, Goldie. it's just
he been raking. He definitely been.
He's the hottest player in the game right now.
Yeah,
like that's just.
Ramirez haven't been bad neither. Jose Ramirez haven't been bad neither. But who else? You named some of the Reese Hoskins. You named them already, so not him. Acuna has been stepping up a little bit lately. That's been hitting. So Acuna. My man Roz on here said Aaron Hicks need to be on that not hot list. What would you think about Aaron?
It's a fight between him and Joey Gallo.
He
is, but it's like, bro, oh my God, Joey Gallo. The Joey Gallo in Texas, I was so excited. It's just like he got here, and it's still been. I mean, he's starting to come on now, but like it's taking way too long.
Yeah,
Aaron Hicks, absolutely, especially when he's batting against left-handed pitches. So that means he's batting right-handed. He's atrocious. Yeah. But I mean, what can you do? Maybe he looks so bad because he's on a team that's so good.
Yeah, because when everybody hitting,
you know what I'm saying?
Stand out as the weakest hitter, so you're definitely gonna stand out. So
yes, I mean, I don't know. Maybe, but he usually turns it on for us when it's late in the season. So hopefully, he makes it happen again.
Yeah.
But right now we don't need him. He's just obviously
defense out there though.
Oh yeah.
The glove. We can't definitely.
Yeah. Defensively, he's at least he's contributing.
Yeah.
In some way, So.
So yeah, I know we doing baseball right now, but at Sand Sports Network, we talk about all the sports on here, and my man Sam's just put a breaking news out there that the Rockets just traded Christian Wood to the Mavericks. We were just talking about the draft on our show a couple of hours ago, and I'm looking at this trade as the Mavericks do need another scorer to join them, to join Doncic and Jalen Brunson. They could use that big, but now I'm looking at that now. At that trade, I think now that the Rockets gonna go with the young boy from Gonzaga, Chet Holmgren. So we'll see, man. I think they're gonna go with Chet Holmgren.
I mean, the Rockets are still going to be some pieces away, though. I mean, so
yeah, they're young. They're young.
They're young. Very, very
I thought, because they had Christian Wood, that the Jabari Smith, Paulo would have made sense, but now making that move, they're going with Chet Holmgren. If Chet Holmgren slides to number 3, Houston is definitely picking them up. So we'll see how that go. But back to baseball.
Wait, hold on. I got one thing though. One thing that I'm a Bulls fan, and I've heard through the grapevine that we're trying to get Rudy Gobert. That would be the perfect. If we could keep Vucevic and put him at power forward and get Rudy Gobert. Oh, I feel like that's so because we were so soft defensively down in the paint. Like, you know what? Don't get me started. Go ahead, back to baseball.
My Mets finally got out the inning, gave up 7 runs in the top of the third.
That's not.
Let's move on to the power rankings.
That's not okay, man.
It's not okay. All right, as we move on to the power rankings, man. You have the Yankees at number 1, as we mentioned earlier when we was looking at the divisions. Got my Mets up there, even though they came from a tough West Coast trip. You know, when you go to these West Coast trip, you trying to, get the most wins you can, and they came out of that West Coast trip against 3 tough teams: the Dodgers, the Padres, and the Angels. 5 out of 5 in the West Coast trip. It came back home and beat Milwaukee yesterday, but they're struggling tonight with Milwaukee. But they definitely belong up there at number 2. Then you got the Dodgers at number 3. I think the Dodgers, the Dodgers was at number 2 a couple of weeks ago when we did this, right?
Yeah, I thought they were number 1, weren't they?
They were number 1. Yeah, they were number 1.
Yeah, they were number 1.
But after getting swept by the Giants this past weekend, you're definitely gonna get fired down. So yeah. Padres at number 4. Houston right there climbing up the list at number 5. You got the Blue Jays, man. They're dealing with a lot of injuries, but
they're still stringing together wins, though.
Yes, they are.
They're winning series that they're supposed to win. They're not, taking unnecessary losses. They're not losing to like under 500 teams. They'll be okay.
They're beating the heck out of the Orioles tonight, as they should. But
yeah, exactly. They're not losing the teams that they're supposed to lose.
Yeah. Yeah. Then you have the Cardinals at 7.
I feel like they should be higher, man. But...
Yeah. They've been stringing up some wins too. The Braves at 8, who's like we mentioned, is on a crazy winning streak right now. So they should be moving up real soon. Then you got the Minnesota.
Joseph's one of Joseph's players to watch is on the Atlanta Braves too.
Oh yeah, okay. You got the Minnesota Twins, who continue hitting, man. They continue hitting. Buxton, he was like on a 5-game home run streak at one point this last week. Buxton.
He doesn't. Buxton is. Again, I love black players, man. But Buxton is. There's no reason why he even needs to hit home runs. Like him having power is an anomaly for a type of player he is. Yeah, it's just like, bro, you're the fastest player in the league. Like you turn a routine single into a double. Yeah, and it's crazy. Like so, but he might be. He might be an MVP candidate. So, like,
oh yeah, definitely. And the Minnesota Twins team that a lot of people ain't expect to be right there in the AL Central, even though they have hitting, but they definitely been performing well this year. Then we rounded up the top 10 with Tampa Bay at the top 10 of the power rankings. So, which team you expect to move up on this list coming in 2 weeks from now when we do this?
Again, the Blue Jays. Like I said, they have injuries, but they're still winning games, man. That top 5 is pretty solid. I don't know, man. It looks pretty solid to me so far.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I know the Dodgers they're probably going to fall, so I'd probably say the Blue Jays probably move to the top 5. Not the Blue Jays, definitely the Cardinals. So,
So we'll see, man. All right. This is where we go to the New York State of Mind, man. We talk about our teams, how they doing this week and the past couple of weeks. So
Aaron Hicks just struck out again. Jesus. See what I mean?
My man Raj just called it, man.
You're right, man.
We need to add him. So since y'all the better team, let me go first. Like I mentioned earlier, the Mets coming off a West Coast trip, where they went 5-5 on the West Coast trip. Winning, they tied the series. We had played 4 against the Dodgers. We split that series. They lost 2 out of the 2 games to the Padres and won 1. and won the series against the Angels, which was key in that series. One of the hottest players on our team has been Jeff McNeil. One of the guys who was, had to find his way into the roster early in the season because we had Robinson Cano playing second base, but with Robinson Cano struggling to start the season, and he had to work his way in the lineup. But now he's been one of our hottest players. Polar Bear, Peter Alonso, still hitting home runs. He had a big one on Sunday against the Angels to seal that game. And Edwin Diaz, man, has been pitching well too. And we needed him for two innings the other day, and he came through looking like the Edwin Diaz that we was supposed to get, coming from Seattle 2 years ago. But he has been pitching well, definitely been pitching well. Far as injury update, it's looking like DeGrom and Scherzer is coming back real soon, man. They saying they're looking good. I think Jacob DeGrom is due for a rehab game. So we'll see. But we definitely need those guys back, even though the ship really haven't been sinking yet. The Mets.
Yeah, I'm about to say y'all are not in any danger by no source of the imagination.
I feel like this year we got a little bit of hitting, man. Like I said on past shows, we got professional hitters now. We got guys that's gonna put the ball in play. When you talk about the Stellar Marte, the Escobar, and those guys. So yeah, definitely, man. This week we have Milwaukee, and I think we have. Let me see who we have this week. Milwaukee, then we have the Marlins. And the Marlins ain't no joke. They've been giving people fits in our division. In the past, I just saw this stat earlier today when they was playing the Philadelphia. They record against the NL East is 16 and now it's 9. It was 8 earlier when I seen it, but they are 16 and 9 against the NL East. So it's something about the NL East. They know how to play. They come to play. So they are not.
when it comes to your division, it's you play them the most throughout your schedule, so you know them the best.
Yeah.
So
I thought we was gonna dip my man Sandy Alcantara, but we got him Sunday. We got a Sunday. I thought we was gonna dip him, man. When you look at the project starting pitches, man. You try to dip like tonight. I wish we would have dipped this guy, Carbon Barnes, but we ain't dip him. But you look at who's the project starting pitchers, man, and Sandy, man. I got him up there at the NL Cy Young on watch list, man. He's been pitching well, so that's what it's looking like for this weekend. The Mets is going. Well, we'll be home to play the Marlins, so you gotta take advantage. If you feel like you one of the top teams in the league, the Mets gotta, like how the Yankees just pounded on the Cubs. You gotta pound on teams like the Marlins, man. Like on Friday, they didn't even announce a pitcher yet for Friday game. So you gotta take advantage when you're playing the so-called booty teams in the NL East. So let's see if they could do that. But that's
but there aren't really any booty teams, in the NL East right now.
Nah.
Everybody's starting to, even the Marlins, bro. Like they're starting to get wins together. Hopefully they'll be without Jazz Chisholm after the All-Star break. But
man. We talked about the group already, man. Y'all not getting Jazz, man. You're not getting Jazz, man.
Hey, man. All I'm gonna say is, usually once the team has a meeting about you, you're usually gone later on.
I was about to bring that up. They look like they not a fan of him right now. And I said in the group chat, that's a typical Marlins organization for you. Trying to dog the only player that's exciting to watch in that lineup.
Because he's having fun.
Yeah,
he's enjoying this game. So it's just like you you still got some of the old fans who thinks he's hot dogging, and like he's the best player y'all got. Mm-hmm. And you're gonna make it to a point where he's gonna be like, you know what, I'm not gonna resign, so you might as well trade me.
Yeah,
and get some value. Mm-hmm. Kind of like what they did to Giancarlo, because they knew Giancarlo wasn't coming back. Yeah. So he's like, you might as well trade me. It just so happens the team with the most money usually gets the trade, and we know who those teams are. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind having Jazz Chisholm. He looks like a Yankee too. Bats left-handed. Oh my gosh, the kid's a star.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much it with the Mets state of mind, man. I know you got a lot to talk about with your Yankees, man. They've been on a roll.
Where do you want me to start?
The pitching been well. The hitting. Everybody look like they're hitting.
The pitcher's been well. Garrett Cole, he can have.
I got good problems. That's what I always tell people. They got good problems. Like y'all just plugging anybody, and they just stepping in there and hitting home runs. The other day, who else? Matt Carpenter the other day. I'm like, yo, this dude is just. Mm-hmm. Yo, the past couple of years, he looked bad the past couple of years with the Cardinals, but he's find another, with the mustache and everything.
It's you get reinvigorated by going to hitting, man. You get reinvigorated. Yo, I'm telling you, it's just coming to the Bronx, man, or even going to Queens. You know what I'm saying? If you play for the Mets, it's a different feeling when you put on those jerseys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different feeling.
Yeah.
Good or bad though, because those lights is bright, man.
And when you do not perform, that media will get you.
They're gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? But when you are performing, you done wrote your own ticket, man. Yeah. Now as far as the Yankees, the only issue that I see with us now is Garrett Cole's wishy-washiness.
Yeah.
Because when he's really good, unhittable, but when he's bad, he's bad.
He's very bad,
and that scares me. But I realized something. Even when he's bad, we have the firepower to get him out of jams. Just like when he gave up 3 straight home runs. What game was that? Oh no, that was against the Twins. We gave up 3 straight home runs, but we still ended up winning that game. It was just a no contest. And it's just like, bro, like we're set. And like I said, I should have probably said that stat when you pulled up the miraculous the odd stats. It's just we're on pace to win 125 games. Do you understand how hard that is to do?
I know, especially and they play 162 games, y'all.
Yeah,
162 games.
If, knock on wood, if the Yankees do that and win the World Series, they would be considered basically they're the 97. They're the 97 Bulls. They're the
because you see,
they're the greatest team. They'll be the greatest team to ever. There's no way you can argue with it. They'll be the greatest team in the history of baseball.
A lot of people would say that 98 team was the best. I mean, with the veteran players that y'all had on that team, day in day out, they was coming out there performing. You was gonna get a tough game from those guys, and you had some big names, but you also had those role players, and I feel like that's what we're seeing this year with this team. Like I said before I started, you could plug in anybody into that lineup. I didn't even bring up the backup catcher, Trevino. It's like he hitting big hits after big hits. Torres,
Yoga, Torres,
Ashioga, who hit a 3-run home run tonight, right? Ashioga, right?
And then you got players who are like just MVP caliber players like LeMahieu, who's still lining the weeds. I mean, he's still doing this thing. Josh Donaldson, who's still, but like we're set up for the run. The thing that I want to see is I want to see how much they're going to pay Aaron Judge to stay.
Oh man, he bet on himself, man.
He's going to get Powerball money.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know the Yankees are. hitting themselves in the face, man. Like, damn, man, we should have gave him that money before the season, man. But I don't know, man.
He's getting. And there's going to be no team. There's going to be no team that's probably going to outbid us for him. But and Duhar's going to get traded.
You see, and this is what you get to. This is the problem. Like I said, you have good problems because now you can't just roll any players out there. You know what I mean? You want to keep this streak going. You want to continue playing well. You know, and this kid, you know, who have potential. Jay, you know that he has potential. But he just don't fit. He just can't. He just don't fit right now. The Mets is going through that with Dom Smith, even though he's on the injury list right now. But you know that it's just the same way. It's no way to fit him in that lineup right now.
I'm telling you, look, and Duhar is going to go. Mm-hmm. He's going to go to Miami. I can see it happening. The Yankees do it all the time, and then like the whole world's gonna like, oh, the Yankees are cheating. So what? Shut up. Okay. Like they say, money can't buy championships, and I always bring up the Yankees. Like, yes, it can. You know, it's just
Judge will get paid.
I think he's gonna get more than Mike Trout. He's that's $500 million. That's $500 million, bro.
Yeah.
That's $500 million.
Yeah, got that bag too. Oh my God. So we'll see, man. We'll see.
Hey, man, but shout out to Jersey, man. You know.
Oh yeah.
Jersey Trout, we just Jersey, man.
Jersey. You know, I always tell my boys that they like, yo, whatever y'all do, y'all always. My boys out do the show with they always say, yo, one thing y'all do, man, y'all always shout out them boys, your peoples from Jersey, man, when they doing well, man. We got to, man. We definitely got to. Yeah,
man. We're one of the smallest states in the country and pumping out just talent,
after talent, man. So yeah, man, definitely agree, man. So before we go, let's look at some of the scores.
Let me pull it up. Oh, you was talking about Joe's picks?
Oh yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that first.
All right. So I don't know if y'all do sports betting. You know, I'm not telling you who to pick.
Yeah.
But we have our co-host Joe, who's not with us today, who's been doing this. I've known Joe, since I was in college.
Yeah.
I'm 33 years old, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've known Joe since, it's been a while. But he's been doing this. Like any team say, he'll casually, look out for such and such.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go on a tear. I told you he should be a major league GM because he sees the talent, he spots it, and he's on point 90% of the time. But Joe's picks this week are Carlos Correa.
Okay.
No, Harris Jr. Remember we were talking about Michael Harris Jr.?
Yeah, you remember we were talking about the young prospects, right? When we were talking about the young prospects a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, he said he's going Michael Harris second, Jr. Same thing. And he's going with Nat Lowe this week. So I mean, if they fit in one of your parlays,
the Texas players, they hitting. It's getting hot. Yeah. Let me ask you about that too. You know, there's a lot of teams we feel like have been struggling hitting. White Sox, the name of White Sox, Texas. You know, they get the bat going. And do you like the weather? You know, since now the weather is breaking now. You know, we getting an average of 80 degrees. But you know, in April and May, you still get them 60 degrees nights.
You still get 50 degrees, 40 sometimes.
So do that plays into the hitting of some of these baseball players? You know, some of these teams that's struggling hitting right now.
And I'm going to yes, but from a defensive aspect though.
Yeah.
So I played catcher my whole life, right?
Yeah.
And I used to hate playing in April because it'd still be cold.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit behind the plate and call fastballs all day. my hands are cold. It just
it
hurts.
Yeah.
So I'm more percentage wise, you're more off speed.
Off speed guy, yeah.
And then pitchers don't want to sit there and blow out their arm.
Yeah,
in the
cold,
throwing hard that early.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Doing that for 4, 5, 6 innings. They don't want to sit there and just throw. You know what I'm saying? They're still getting the arm warm. So teams get more off speed pitches and. Off-speed pitchers tend to lean into more strikeouts because now they're looking and reacting off speed, and then what's sitting fastball. So that's how I would look at it.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's just me. But like I said, in the early spring months, you're more inclined to call more off-speed pitches because you're not really trying to be out there getting your hand pounded, pause, just catching 90-something mile an hour fastballs that early.
Oh, okay. So
and that often.
Mm-hmm. So, all right, yeah, because I was watching the White Sox and who the White Sox was playing earlier, Detroit earlier, and it felt like we mentioned it on the show too. Chicago, really haven't got it going yet consistently with the bats, with some of the the talent that they have in that lineup, and. He mentioned the announcer mentioned the weather is breaking down. We should expect some of the guys to be hitting a lot more.
And some of the guys come from the Dominican Republic or El Salvador, where it's warm all year round.
Yeah.
And when you get called up to Chicago and you got to play in 50 degrees, you're not used to that. You know what I'm saying? You're not used to that type of wind. You know what I'm saying? So.
Starlin Marte just went out the game. He got hit by a pitch. Damn.
Here y'all go.
For no injuries, man, right now. But yeah, I agree with you. I definitely agree with you on that one, man. I'm gonna look at some scores for the night as we some scores. You got the Yankees up 4-1, but they got 2 on Tampa Bay got 2 on base right now. As you mentioned in that game,
they also got 2 outs though.
Yeah. Judge and how you pronounce that name?
Higashioka
hit a home run in that game. You got Atlanta and Washington 3-2. Let's see who's performing in that game. Harris hit a single. Got an RBI in the game.
See,
look at Harris. We mentioned Harris tonight. Joe with his pick.
Told you it doesn't surprise me.
Before we started this show, the score, the Blue Jays Orioles game was 5-0. Orioles done tied it up now. And my man Jose Barrios is on the mound. He pitched 7 innings. He only gave up 3 runs, so this is the bullpen letting them down right now. But in that game, let me see. You got Mike Castle hit a home run, and he had 2 home runs. Guerrero hit a home run. And what's that young boy that they just called up? Rushman, hit a home run too in that game. So they're hitting home runs out in Toronto tonight. Boston 6-1 over the Oakland A's. In that game, you had Devers hitting a home run in that game. And Devers, the player, hit 6-1 though. In that game, you got Pittsburgh and St. Louis. Pittsburgh up 4-3. In this game, the points. Huh?
So what inning are they in?
They're in the bottom of the 5th. In that game, Pittsburgh jumped out to a 4-0 lead in that game, but
again,
Cardinals working. Cardinals working their way back into it in that game. But the big thing out of that was my man Flaherty, first game back, only pitched 3 innings. So, it takes a while to get it going again. So, Padres and the Cubs 3-4. The Cubs are winning 4-3. Surprising. The Cubs. Morel, man, this kid been playing well. Morel kid hit a single to put him up 4-2 in that game. So, let me see what other games we have on the mound. Cleveland and Colorado. Let me see if Ramirez hit one tonight. Nah, he ain't hit one yet. Amar Rosario, former Met, just went yard. Amar Rosario. So that game is 2-2.
MLB TV.
Huh?
Oh no, I'm pulling up my MLB app on my Fire Stick.
And you had some earlier games today. You had Philadelphia beating Miami 3-1. The Chicago White Sox dominating the Detroit Tigers 13-0. I forgot who they had on the mound. Vincent Velasquez pitched well in that game. Houston 9-2 over the Texas Rangers. We talked about Alvarez, his big game he had in that game for the Houston Astros, and Maldonado hit brought in a couple of runs in to help the Houston Astros, and even the big names that's doing everything for them. You know, you expect when you talk Houston Astros, you bring up Altuve and Bregman. They really it's been the other guys, Tucker, Gurriel, Maldonado. They got some bad news today though. The kid Pena gonna be out for a while with an injury.
How long?
They say it's not that bad, so they put him in a 10-day 10-day list. So we'll see. Arizona beating the Cincinnati Reds 7-4.
The Reds just can't get right.
Yeah, they just can't get right. And they had today.
They have such a small field too.
Yeah.
So
they played Arizona, and yeah.
Got smacked in Arizona.
Yes, and the last game we had two more games in the West Coast.
Kansas City and San Fran.
San Fran, KC putting up the upset over the San Francisco Giants. So I say
that would have blew up my parlay.
Yeah,
because I wouldn't have saw that coming
at all. Then you had the Minnesota Twins going into Seattle and being Seattle.
Damn it, Seattle.
Mm-hmm. Correa hitting a double in that game. So, all right. So, that's pretty much it, man, for this week, man. Jay, I want to thank you.
Hey, man, it's always a pleasure.
All right. So, we on every other week off the Baases Podcast from 8:30 to 9:30. We want to thank Sand Sports Network, man. Check us out, man. We have great shows on all throughout the week. Usually Thursdays and Fridays be our off night, but we about to have shows on those nights. So check out the Sand Sports Network when you get a chance. And that's pretty much it. Jay, you got anything before we head out?
Hey, man. Again, congratulations, 5 years. I remember when we started this joint. I watched the first episode. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's 5 years, man. That's just crazy. It's crazy. But look, man, again, congratulations. I see what you're doing. You and your brother doing big things, bro. It's crazy.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
I love it, man.
Need the love, man. We need the love, man. So
it's I don't think most viewers, understand how small our hometown is.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's 2.2 square miles. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, everything that's coming out of Orange, all the positivity from Jay to you to Julian Collins to you know what I'm saying? Just everybody.
The names just keep going, man.
The names, it's just crazy.
We can name a lot of people, man.
I love to see it, man. I swear, I just love being from Orange.
Yeah, man.
For real.
See what I'm wearing, the color orange. Oh, clarity too. Clarity.
Hey, man, I be talking to you. I be like, yo, bro, like I need bigger shorts, man.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He be like, I got you.
Now we'll get your size, man. We'll get your size, man. But we want to thank everybody for tuning in, man. Like, share, subscribe, and tune into Sand Sports Network all week, man. And that's pretty much it, man. We out. Deuces.
All right, man. Peace.
Mm-hmm.